trying to think what to make for dinner.
Okay, I think it's going now. Let me switch it to the live chat.
Lou.
And we'll see if people move on over.
They will.
The other one should have canceled, and then I'll have to delete it. You hit stop
streaming, right?
Yeah, I did. Okay. I did. I hit stop.
All right, you got live chat going? Or is it?
It says live chat here, but it takes a minute for people to figure.
I know. I didn't make sure that you switched it.
Because they have to move over.
There we go.
Part 2 says the C-Tag. Yeah.
No, didn't even get to start yet.
Didn't even get to start. So. Hey guys, sorry about that. I thought everything was good.
Happens.
You know, I put everything together and then we go to it live and the audio wasn't working at all.
That's okay.
So RN says sounds good now. Cool. Thank you. Thank you.
Just good old fashioned live streaming technical errors happens all the time. Can happen.
Draugr says I was watching an old episode before I figured out it wasn't live.
Oops, that happens. That happens a lot too.
Yeah, a lot of people will comment like they think we're live and they'll comment like as if we are, and that's okay because at least they're having fun watching.
What should I make for dinner tonight? You can tell me if you want.
Yeah, what should we have for dinner?
I don't know. What should I make?
What do you want to make? Or what could I help
you? I got all kind of chicken and stuff. Oh, I got stuffing too.
Ooh, stuffing.
Carrots and stuffing and chicken. Okay, that's what I'm gonna make.
Grimm Peppy says, good evening, Janet James. Good evening, everybody.
Hello, sorry for picking up my face.
Hey guys, Shem Hemp is here. Connie Cleary is here. Hi again, Miss Connie.
And I got Louie hair all over me now.
Yeah, when we pet Louie, his little furs are flying and it makes our faces itch. He's a very sweet boy.
I love you, plush.
So it's well worth the Louie cuddles.
To get water in my
to have an itchy nose.
Or hair in my water.
Tacos are always my answer, says Draugr. You know, tacos and pizza I could probably eat almost every day.
We eat a lot of we just had Taco Bell. Not that that counts, but you know.
I had a Taco Bell burrito the other day. Like
this is angled, so this is like always in my face.
Oh, sorry. Here we go. So
not that anybody needs to see my face or anything. Ah. Hey, who's that? Is that Jack or is that
It's Earl?
Hi, buddy.
Earl's visiting.
What are you doing?
He's walking around. His tail might show up in the video.
I see it. Earl.
Cat talk, everybody.
It smells like the basement, I guess.
He's smelling the box he brought up.
It's in the basement. It's an old egg box. Who knows?
All right, gang. Well, let's get started.
Let's get started. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of
Living the Scream. The behind the scenes of the Mummy and the Monkey. And I am Janet, also known as the Mummy.
And I am James. I portray the monkey. Yes, sir.
We are internet horror hosts.
We are a married couple, and if you were here just before the broadcast, you would know that's true.
Yes.
Yes. Because, yeah.
Things happen.
They do.
Sometimes couples.
And, but yeah, I wonder if people
bicker back and forth.
I'm sure some people wonder for what's good. We get asked that a lot too, like what's going on. I mean, are you guys married and stuff like that? Yeah, we are. But
yeah, so we are resellers, we are thrifters, we're horror film hosts. You're an artist by trade. That is your professional trade. You're a graphic designer.
That's what I was born to do. That's what I do. That's all I know.
Yeah.
But you know, and the Mummy and the Monkey show, actually, our Very Scary Hangout show, is a way for us to both use our creative outlets when it comes to, you know, developing our characters and our costumes and creating things that we hope people find entertaining.
Yeah, it involves cosplay,
writing,
video editing, trying to figure out the live streaming programming,
all of this
stuff.
We're all in one type of deal.
It's like all of it. You know, PR, answering emails.
Puerto Rico?
No, public relations. We are our own PR department. In the past, we'd have some, you know, a friend help here and there with like skits and things like that. You know.
Yeah, we've had.
In our past skits, we've had like, you know, people with
friends and family in our skits. And yeah, but we do just about 99.9% of everything, just us two.
Most of it, yeah.
But anyway, so do most people out there on YouTube. So.
But then what's cool is we've had fans send us artwork and Randall did our like intros and outros and.
Yeah, we get the fans are, you know, obviously a huge part of our show, providing artwork for us that we use all the time. Submitting ideas for skits, ideas for show stuff. So yeah, I mean, they are an integral part of the show as well.
It does help. It's a very fan-oriented show. It's
how do we even get on this? Yeah.
So, okay, well, half of the podcast is we talk about the Mummy and the Monkey behind the
Yes.
scenes, and then the other half is we talk about our thrifting and eBay and reselling adventures.
Mm-hmm.
So we could talk about the reselling part first, and then go into Mummy and the Monkey if you guys.
That's fine.
Is that-
Whatever you want to do,
Yeah,
right, Lou?
let's do that.
What's Lou want to do?
So it's been an interesting week. I've had some really good eBay sales this weekend.
Good.
So far, so good. I think maybe with fall around the corner and things
Which
like
one?
that,
Yeah.
people are shopping more.
Mhm.
You know, everyone's back at school now,
Yep.
so you know maybe people are good to shop a little bit.
Do you think they've spent all their money on school supplies with their kids and everything?
Maybe there was
Clothing.
another paycheck or two that came in.
Yeah,
And now they're
no more
good.
No more Biden bucks, right? That's all done.
That was only for the pandemic.
Yeah. So,
That's all done. No, a lot of people are back at work, back at school.
yeah.
So that's good. There's lots of, I mean, every place is hiring right now. So,
Yeah, well, tell me about it.
and it's the Great Resignation, where a lot of people have switched jobs. You know, they get better job offers at other places.
You know, for the longest time, I was, well, since 2018, I was working for a company as a graphic designer, and I got laid off along with 400 other people. And so the last 4 years I've been doing, trying to do eBay, as sort of a, split up that with doing freelance artwork for other companies.
Yeah.
And thought that was the way I was going to be now that I was like content not working full time for anybody. I liked having the freedom of, getting up whenever, doing whatever, figuring out, if I had a deadline, I just, I had to get something done, and that's what I would do.
Your schedule was pretty much like according to the deadlines.
Yeah.
Like if you had a project that needed done by a certain day, you would work on that.
Yeah.
If you had orders to ship out
Yeah, that was every day.
by a certain time, like I mean, almost every day we're shipping out orders.
So but recently I took a full-time job, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
But the cool thing is it's a work from home thing, so I still have that.
Well, I don't think they did know. I don't think we talked about
No,
it.
as you know.
Yeah.
I was talking to you. I
We
looked at you.
didn't talk about it on our
No.
last podcast, but yeah, you were offered a very good job working from home doing creative things.
Doing what I was doing for the past 30 some years as a graphic designer, it's toy design, and things like that, which is fun, gift toy stuff.
So I'm
And-
very proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that that
I
they
didn't-
offered you the job.
I didn't think it was ever going to happen. I thought for sure I'd just be, and I was all like, going, oh man, I'll never work for anybody again. This is the best way to be. Just kind of, and we were getting by, we were, it wasn't
Yeah.
like a
So-
paycheck, a steady paycheck.
So
but-
before you were offered this job, so for 4 years we've been self-employed.
Yeah.
Where we would sell things on eBay, you would get your art jobs,
Here we go.
and you would do
Trickle in.
or freelance, as you guys call it.
Mhm.
So you would get your freelance jobs, and we were getting by. We were doing okay, but with the cost of everything, it was difficult to set money aside to save some money.
There's all kinds of stuff going
Yeah.
on, but this should change things. This is I'm just a weekend, so I did my first week, and it is what it is, and I'm looking forward to seeing what lies in the future here.
So now you're
Um,
going to be doing that
yeah.
as your regular daytime gig.
Technical 9 to 5 type of thing. I have to
Yeah.
be available around, and they're throwing stuff at me in real time.
Mm-hmm.
We need this by a certain amount. Maybe hours, maybe the next day, whatever it might be.
Well, sometimes
like
they
if I was in
email
my
you
office.
in the evening, like, "Hey, I need this done."
Yeah, over the weekend I
Yeah.
can do
So
something.
even
I'm like, sure.
after hours, like if they need something fast for a meeting or
Yeah.
something, you can send it to them.
I'm more than
Yeah.
happy to do that. That's how I've always been anyway. I've always been if I'm working for somebody, I'm working for them.
Yeah.
Any time of day or night, if they need something, if I stay extra hours or work on something, I don't care. I'll do it. I do care. That's why I do it. But yeah, so it's exciting and fun, and I'm really happy that and we'll see what happens. We'll see where this goes, and it might open up a few more doors for us to do other stuff that we haven't been able to do, and like you said, save some money and things like that. So
Get some things fixed in the house.
Yeah.
You take care of some things that needed taken care of.
which is
Stuff like that.
just-
Maybe get a newer car later on.
I wasn't making big chunks of money doing the doing the freelance.
We
Just
were getting by.
but anything we made, it went right to mortgage, bills,
Right.
just like everyone else.
And with the cost of everything, it's like,
Yeah, it gets that much harder.
On paper, you see like, oh, you made this much, but I'm like, well, what do I have to show
Now,
for
this has to do with reselling because a lot of resellers that are full time, they quit their regular job, you know, their corporate job or their whatever gig.
But then there's some resellers who keep a part-time or full-time job, and then in addition to their jobs, they also sell on eBay.
Yeah, and
so I've seen different scenarios like that, and
there are some that have just quit eBay totally, went back to their corporate job.
Yeah, where after a while maybe they got burned out by it, and
it was just so
unpredictable. Yeah.
But then there are people we know that are doing both and killing it.
Yeah, we know some people that are doing very well where they work part-time somewhere and then they're doing eBay like most of the time. And that's really like
that's where most of their income. I mean, that's they could just I don't even know why they continue to work. And
probably. If I had to guess, there's some people that would continue to work because they don't have to pay the benefits out up front.
That's what it is. It's probably a benefits thing.
Because we
self-employment.
we were paying for our own insurance as self-employed people, and they, the prices are higher when you pay for that outright.
Yeah, I get, but that is a big topic with resellers.
Yes.
The what you get, the advantages of, the pros and cons. And it's really high on the pro side because again, all of your time is back to you, and what you do with that time's up to you. And it's everything you do. Obviously, is your success is going to be based on what you put into it.
Yeah, and sometimes it might take a while to build things up. Like I've been doing the like self-employed thing, small business thing since 2017, and I think every year I'm doing a little bit better and learning more. But I'm not having that quick success like some other people have.
Well, yeah,
so
we're quick, but
you have to just do what works for you with working or reselling. I don't want to tell people to, just quit your job and sell on eBay because that's not reliable.
No. Well,
it might work for some people, but not for others. Like, I think it's good to work and then like kind of ease into the reselling. And I'm still going to do eBay while you have this.
Well, I hope so.
Of course, I'm still going to work.
That's the way to make. That's the way to save all of the money.
And keep that going and build it up and earn some sales.
Because I'm still doing eBay. Yeah. I'm not going to quit that. That's great. I mean, that's my downtime, and it doesn't. There's no conflict of interest because it's totally different thing. Not to worry about that.
Yeah.
And it's a way to And I love to thrift. I love to garage sale. I love to do all that stuff and. Not for myself as much, but to say, hey, someone's really gonna want this. You know what I mean?
You know that it's like this unusual thing that you can sell.
And it's kind of like again, it's like hey, like those ads, like you would see, Louis hair in magazines. Make extra money by stuffing envelopes from home.
Oh yeah, I remember those, like the weird ads. Like work from home, but that was before like everyone worked from home on their computers.
Yeah, it was for it was a service that they would kind of farm out to people. That was one example where you'd stuff envelopes. Yep. It was like probably mass mailer stuff that.
And then there was like like the
paid by piece
like the Avon and Mary Kay people. Tupperware.
Yeah. Those were the original side gigs,
Yeah, where you would do that as a little side gig. Yeah. Or sell to your friends and neighbors.
Yeah, and there was
run those parties.
I've listened to those. I've come across those that's a weird thing to say. I found Avon tapes. Cassette tapes, like in how to sell, and
like educational tapes.
Yeah, and they sound like there's conventions because some of them are like live with the microphone. You hear people talking to.
Yeah.
And when we started, my wife and I started our Avon business, or whoever's talking, a guy or girl.
Yeah, and some people do really well with that.
Oh my gosh!
Some people maybe they just sign up for it so they can get discounts on some products.
Well, we're talking about side gigs and stuff like that, or extra. So eBay, is definitely one of those things. Even if you don't do it full time, man, that infrastructure can't be beat. It's still the best thing around as far as that goes.
Yeah, they are second to Amazon. There are people who sell on Amazon also, but that's like a whole nother beast.
But
the fees are higher.
And the products there are more mass. Like it's more of a.
It's more like newer stuff or like media, like books. Because Amazon started out as a book selling website. That's how they started. So there are people that will, those book scanner people. They go to the thrift store, they scan in books,
that's true.
and they send the books into Amazon to sell.
I should do that with books instead of on eBay because I bet you that I could sell more that way. But I know Amazon's kind of weird. Right? I don't. It sounds kind of clunky. But maybe it's just to getting started there. I don't know.
Well, and then it's very when you start out on there, I hear it's very limited to what you can and can't sell. They have stuff that they call gated, where it's like restricted. If you're like a new seller, you have to like be more established on there, be able to sell more things. There's some people that will shop Walmart and look for discounted toys and games, and then send all that stuff into Amazon, and they make like double or something. You know, where they're making a lot of money on it, but then they have more fees and there's more. You know, it's just figuring out the game and playing the game to try to earn money.
Even though
just like having a job.
Yeah, well, it is a job, and even like with all the stuff that's going on with the eBay, the changes and blah blah blah, which is inherent to everything out there. There's always going to be something that's going to be either good or bad. But
even though
it's still the best platform or something.
Even though eBay has its faults and we've complained about it, they're still my bestie with selling. I do sell on Mercari also. I have like a second little backup store on Mercari with like a couple hundred little items on there. It's mostly like smaller, cheaper items and like, you know, little collectibles and toys. And every now and then I'll sell stuff on there, but it's not a lot.
Right.
Not as much as eBay. I'm going to read a few comments and then we could talk about some other things.
Let's interact.
Rowan says, I love Tupperware. That stuff will last till I die. Drugger says, what would be some quick tips you would give to people wanting to start on eBay?
The one quick tip I like is, and I've heard a lot of other eBayers say this, if you're starting out, start with sell stuff that you already own, like in your home, that you want to, like you'd sell at a garage sale.
Yes.
Start with that stuff because you don't have any money invested in it other than what you originally paid for it, which isn't anything outright.
Yeah, start with stuff you have at your home.
Yeah.
Take really nice photos, nice clear photos. If something has a defect, you know, point out all the details about the item so the person knows. Calculate the shipping, like weigh everything, have it all ready to go beforehand. If you guess too much, you could mess up on the shipping and actually lose money.
Yeah, because I'll tell you something about that. Through eBay, you'll get a notification from the post office that says you might have not paid enough postage. That's happened to me a couple times. I accidentally put in the wrong like dimension or something.
Yeah, where the post office catches it and then they charge your account. Or when you go to print your label on the computer and you put in the dimensions after you pack it up and then it's way off from what you estimated it to be in the original listing, you know, then you know, if it's like $5 or $10 over, that's coming out of your sale. Yeah,
and they won't refund you that.
No, you could lose money if you don't calculate the shipping correctly.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of how to get started. We should probably make our own little quick like 30 seconds to eBay. You know?
Yeah, like quick little eBay tips. Yeah. A lot of people have done that on YouTube. There's a ton of like how to eBay YouTube videos. So we're not the only ones on YouTube talking about eBay.
Yeah, there's all kinds of levels too. I mean, like when you open an account, there's a limited amount you could sell unless you pay for there's like 3 different types of store tiers, right? There's a anchor store, and then there's a couple different kinds.
There's different levels of store subscriptions, and then if you don't have a store subscription, they just charge you a fee per listing. Oh. It's like, you know, 50 cents a listing or whatever.
Is it that much?
I don't know. It's like between 15 cents to 50 cents a listing.
Which again is, I mean,
plus the eBay fees.
You know how much? Remember how much? I don't know if you ever placed an ad in the paper, like to sell stuff in a newspaper. Yeah. That was expensive to run that. 50 cents to list something that millions of people could see. Yeah. That's cheap. That's pretty good. You know, even if you went that route.
Grandpappy, I have a lot of old stuff. Wait a minute, I'm old stuff.
Yeah. You probably got a lot of good
you're
stuff.
Vintage now. You're vintage.
And this is stuff people look for. I mean,
vintage is cool. We're vintage, technically. Anything, according to Etsy. Etsy is another site where people sell vintage things and they sell handmade things.
More craft.
It's more crafty.
Based, but you can sell whatever you want.
More like, you know, more crafted, like boutique type of stuff. And according to Etsy, anything 20 years or older is considered vintage. So we're vintage.
All those old college kids. College kids.
If you guys are 20 years or older watching this, you are vintage.
So there you go.
You're considered vintage. You're not new.
You are vintage. Yeah, no.
Okay, so then.
So I hope that helps.
So you had a few weeks ago. You had something going on with consignment. Do you want to talk about your consignment story?
Well, that's something that, you know, it's an option. I mean, consignment just simply means that you're selling something for someone and then you agree to a
commission.
A commission, you're right. Well, commission's a little
I'm sorry, a consignment payout.
Yeah. So you
let's
decide
say
on a percentage of what, you know, is it going to be 50-50, 60-40, whatever.
Let's say I'm going to sell this pumpkin pail on eBay. And this pumpkin pail, you know, James says, "Hey, that's my pail."
Here, let's do it. Hey, Janet. Hi. I don't have an eBay account or anything, and I really want to sell this pumpkin pail. It might sell on eBay real quick, but I don't have an account. Would you sell it on your account? We'll split it half, 50, whatever you get.
Sure, James. After the fees.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could split it, and I'll write you a check.
Perfect. That sounds good. And I got more stuff too if you'd like to
cool.
sell it for me because I don't want to deal with eBay.
Okay, well I'll go put that on eBay for you.
And that's consignment, in a nutshell.
But
and then
here's
when it sells, then you give me what we agree upon, and that's it.
And that's usually how it works.
There's no investment on your end.
Right. There's no money up
time.
front. Just time, and then I have to store this in my house and hope it doesn't break. Oh, hey, James, I broke your pumpkin pail. The handle broke.
Uh-oh, well,
I'm sorry.
You owe me money.
I guess I have to buy it off of you.
That would be the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So recently...
Or, hey, this has been sitting in my basement for 5 years. It didn't sell. It's covered in dust and mouse poop, and you know, the cat threw up in it, and I'm going to give it back to you.
Yeah, consignment is fine.
Consignment can get weird.
Yeah, and it's fine, especially for something that I've never done it, but I decided to do it because a friend contacted me, a work friend, and said she knows someone who needed some help selling some stuff, and they don't really do eBay, but this stuff she has is really collectible, or it might be really good on eBay. So we went over because she needed money to pay for hospital stuff for a relative. And we looked at the stuff she had, and she'd sold stuff already on, like, you know, marketplace, eBay, Facebook Marketplace.
And she has really nice things. Like, they're really nice, like, artist pieces.
Well, she had some bronze statues and stuff like that, castings. But number one, they're big, and number two, they're heavy. eBay, that's a no-no unless you got like some kind of $1,000 thing that, hey, you know, how much it's going to cost to ship. At that point, it doesn't matter, especially if the person's going to pay for it. But these things, you know, one of them I put up for like 10 grand. It was an artist piece that might have sold that, but it didn't sell for us. So none of the stuff.
None of them sold.
I listed about four or five things.
They sat for like a month or two.
Okay. So, you know, when it got down to, and it just didn't work out. I mean,
they're not pieces that can sell right away in many cases.
Well,
like if you're going to put those online, those are pieces where you have to get the right buyer. They might sit for a year or two.
Yeah, finally I hit up a local auction house. Gray's, it's called. Gray's Auctioneers. I'm sorry, top of my mouth. And I ran the pieces by them, and they told me that the one bronze thing might sell for $200, and they don't, you know, with the way they do their commission, you know, if they do an auction, you know, it's too low. I mean, you know, you walk out there with $50.
Yeah, they're a high end.
Yeah.
They only look for high end.
Yeah. The other things they just said they just wouldn't be interested. What we did do is,
and those things are nice, but I guess it wasn't nice enough for them to be considered high end.
But at least you know now what you're talking about. So, you know, it just got down to us actually returning the items to her, and actually, but pointing her in a direction of another auction house that's local that does lower end, not as high commission rates, and not as and the things could be what she had.
Not as snooty.
Yeah, that's fine, you know.
And that's fine. I mean,
you know?
Each auction house will have their own different ways of doing things. So it just didn't work out for that one.
So I'm not a big. You had a bigger consignment thing, and that went on for a while.
Yes, I did
with the local.
Yeah, I did.
The neighbor.
I did do consignment stuff for someone local for a while. Yeah. And it worked out well. Yeah. And the people were nice.
Very nice, yeah. I mean, she had a ton of stuff.
But in general, and before then, maybe a year or two before that, I had someone who had stuff on consignment, and it wasn't
the devil stuff, the scary devil stuff.
No, it was other things, like some mid-century pieces.
Yeah.
And the person was upset that it wasn't selling fast enough.
Oh gosh.
And I explained to the person
every day.
Because
I can see it on eBay. Well, but it's there. I don't know what to tell you.
Just because you list it doesn't mean it can sell right away. Like it could. Like I sold a book today that I just listed an hour ago, which is nice. Mm-hmm. But some stuff only $15. It was just a little like astrology book from the 1960s. It sold for $15. But some of this stuff, if it's like some artist piece, if it's like a ceramic thing, a piece of glassware, it could sit for a year or two. And as an eBay seller or someone who might be interested in wanting to sell their stuff, you have to be patient. If you want stuff to sell quick, you'll probably have to price it lower and then put it on a local sale like Marketplace or a yard sale, or run it as like a moving sale or something, and just be prepared to price everything lower to move it quick.
Yeah, we would prefer.
So you're not, in that case, if you're in a hurry to sell something, you're not going to get the full retail like eBay or Etsy asking price.
So with this another one you were doing that worked out, the one that worked out, initially we were going to do something not crazy, but we were going to do that reseller next level thing, and instead of doing the consignment, which again can be, there's so many things. Again, people just act like you're just going to sell, you can sell it for them. But again, what if this stuff gets damaged, and how long is it going to sit around, and anything?
What if the person
you're responsible for that?
What if the person is upset that 2 months go by and it doesn't sell, and maybe they have to pay a bill and they're in a tight spot money wise?
Yeah, and again,
so we'd rather buy things outright,
and we want
for like 99% of the things we source, we'd rather just buy it outright.
And because
then if something breaks while it's in storage, it's our fault. It's on us. It's in our possession.
Yeah. And you get the cash. You're done.
Yeah, and then I don't have to cut anyone like a consignment check. I don't have to worry about it.
Book stuff, And now if you run a shop that does consignment, that's a totally different thing.
Yeah, there are consignment shops around.
Or if that's how you want to do all your
eBay. What they do.
I guess you could do an eBay consignment thing too if you want. But again, so you don't have to have any. That could be a model on how to do stuff. Sure, to sell on eBay, to do just consignment stuff. Yeah. But we prefer. Now we were going to try to do this with that one person because we were going to say, look, how much we got. Let's just put all our money together because it's probably going to cost us everything.
But then we couldn't agree on a number.
No.
Because their numbers were way up here, and ours, we had a different idea in mind. So.
Yeah, we were just saying, look, if this is something, because there was a couple weird, interesting things going around. It was the reason why she had to get rid of this stuff. What did we just say?
Don't go into too many details.
I'm not. I know how to handle this. It wasn't just like she wanted to get rid of stuff. There were other issues with, or other reasons, I should say, that she needed to part with this. And we thought we'd be helping her out by going, we'll get a truck, we'll take it all away for you. It'll be gone, out of your sight. Mm-hmm. Pretend that you never had it, and you know what? We're going to give you this amount of money, and you're done. One afternoon, and your whole life is different now.
But the person had it because I think
you're getting more to it than I would.
Yeah. So
I just said there were factors involved. So it was an interesting, definitely not just your typical, hey, I got a bunch of stuff I want to get rid of. There were reasons why. That's all I'll say. There were reasons why that she needed to do this, or the person needed to do this. Yeah. And we were going to try to help and pay her, but it didn't work out.
It didn't work out
that way, but it worked out another way.
Yes. So it's all
happy
good.
ending to the whole thing. Let's put it that way.
Jogger says, my eBay trick as a buyer, I like to put an item on my watch list and hope the seller sends a cheaper offer. Yes, and I do send out offers. So after a while, eBay will say, hey, you send an offer to the buyers or send an offer to watchers. So I'll go through and I just do like a generic 10% off on most of my items. Yeah. And then I allow counter offers. So if it's a decent enough counter offer, I can accept that also. And on a lot of my items, I'm just listing them with the price and then with best offer. Yeah. So then, there's a little bit of negotiating that can happen. A little bit of wiggle room.
I wish that feature was. I wish you were able to send offers to anyone that's watching your stuff. Yeah. Like it should just be across the board. Because at any given time, I'll have 30 or 40 things I could send out an offer to. But the things are like cheap, and I'm already offering free shipping. It's just like I don't want to dig more into,
Yeah, it
beat
depends on
myself up.
it depends on the item because
Right.
some stuff is priced low where you're like, I don't really want to discount this more.
No, I wish they would, and if they're gonna do selectively, I wish they would select more higher end items that I could.
Yeah,
sell
like
off of.
higher priced things where there's room to shave a little off the top.
So should I do a show and tell?
Sure, let's do a show and
Unless
tell.
you have some any questions you want to address?
No, that's I think I read all the comments. There might be some more up here. Let's see.
I'll show you some cool stuff I found recently at the thrift. At the thrift out.
Looks like we're good. We're caught up with the comments.
Okay.
Cha-ching, says SB. So what's that guy?
Hey, check this out. Just in time for Halloween, I got to test them out. I'm sure it works.
He looks like he needs to eat some candy.
It's a candy bowl. I paid $6 for this. $5.66. Oh my God, what a bargain!
What do you think you could sell it for?
Oh, something like this is candy bowl. I maybe.
Who made it?
Doesn't say. It's just a China, made in China type of thing. I'm gonna try for like $40 plus shipping.
Why so much?
Because it's
Is
Halloween.
that what those go for?
That's what I'm gonna try to sell it for.
But what did you
know.
research it at all, or is this a blind buy?
This is a blind buy.
Okay, so that's a blind buy.
But it's a candy bowl. It's he probably.
Okay.
I think he talks and it looks like a tongue comes
But aren't
out.
those like $10 at the Walmart?
No way. Look, this thing, and this might be.
Or is it fancier than?
Okay, this is Gemmy, so that's really good.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I was gonna say if it's Gemmy, yeah, you might be able to get 40 for it.
It's right here on the side. I didn't see it.
Okay.
So this is a Gemmy thing. It talks. He's got like a little blower, like a little. It looks like a tongue. It's probably when you reach in here.
Oh, does his tongue stick out?
The tongue zaps out. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So it must have like a little air chute or something in there.
Okay.
But yeah, this will probably be pretty good. I didn't look it up, but I don't need to. I know it's Gemmy. It's going to be good.
Okay.
When it's
cool.
Gemmy, look at this. I got this from the thrift store too the other day.
You could probably put chips in there too, right?
Whatever you want.
SB says candy only.
Do whatever you want.
You could put other treats in there.
Anything that's edible.
There you go.
All right. This is kind of fun. I had when I was doing freelance years and years ago, I had my company name was Boss Dog. I don't know why. I just found this because I found a picture of a dog with a cigar wearing a Edward G. Robinson type of gangster suit and a hat.
That is so tacky, but so cute.
But this reminds me of the Boss Dog thing. I don't know how much this is worth other than.
Are there any maker's marks?
No, again, made in China. But when I Google Lensed it, somebody was selling one of these trying to get $74 for it. And I paid $15.99 less than 20% discount.
So
$12. I got
so you
maybe
paid.
out of this.
You have $12 into it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna see what I can. But it's such a unique, weird thing.
So you could probably just do like
maybe $40. See what I can get.
$39.99.
Yeah, again.
Accept some offers.
The thing is, again, that the thing with eBay is like, yes, you can buy things for $0.25. But I'd rather spend money on something that I don't mind paying up for something.
So you
that I can
think
sell
you
for
feel
more.
confident that could sell?
Yeah, I think
Because
unique
it's so
enough.
silly.
It's so weird. It's not super heavy.
It's like really goofy.
Yeah. Now to edify you, this I did scan in, and I do know, and there are many solds on this.
So what is it?
It's by Chamberlain. It's it's covered up what it says, but it's one of these things. It's a remote.
One of those things.
It's some kind of remote sensor thing. Always ensure your garage door is closed. I think you could actually, from your phone. Oh, it's a way to make sure you could check your garage door from your smartphone. But $50 these go for, and I paid $6 less to 20. So this is a 50, and solds are 50 consistently.
Well, that's nice. It's kind of like a remote control from your phone.
Right.
For the garage door.
This is
I could see why people might want that.
A set of Scarlett Studio headphones. I think maybe $30 for these. Loose like this. Not
Those look like nice headphones.
Yeah, Scarlett Studio headphones. I think I spent like $50 the other day, but I got a lot of cool stuff. This is a in the box still Cobra CD radio, and I thought, oh man, it's sometimes, man.
How do you know can you test it out?
Don't need to. It's already. I don't think it's ever been used. Look at that.
Oh, so it's like new old stock.
Yeah, it's got everything still wrapped up.
Wow.
Look at that. There's something in here, so that's weird.
The instructions?
That's for a walkie-talkie. Thermacell
For the
mosquito
battery.
repellent.
Oh, mosquito repellent.
Is it? It's in here. Here it is. It's a Cobra. It's not a mosquito repellent thing. I don't know what that. But I don't know if anyone used. It looks all the caps are still on. It was.
So is that when you? Okay.
What?
Nothing. It's okay. I was reading the back of it. And,
No.
yeah, that's
All the instruction directions are there. It's got the
23 plus is the channels on there.
Yeah.
23 channels.
Yeah, and this again was a $15.99. It retailed initially for $60, but people buy these things, buy CB radios.
I've sold CB radios in the past.
So,
I just haven't messed with them lately.
I've got so many things I paid $0.25 and $1 for that aren't selling at all. I'd rather pay $15 for something that might sell
for
in
something
a few
that
days.
you know could sell better.
And it shows as sold on eBay. So that there you go with that.
So I listed some stuff earlier today, and I already had it put away.
Just in time for Halloween Poltergeist 2 soundtrack. Really weird, right? CD. Kind of weird.
Yeah, these are items you still need to list.
Yes.
Right?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna list these today. I got that, and then hi
John. John says hello everyone. Made it.
Hello there.
Wiki Bobby's here. Wiki Bobby says I got Snoopy headphones from Kmart after Easter. It comes in a box and a pouch.
I love
That's funny.
Doggone CD. This has Cleveland Indians and the then Cleveland Indians and
now they're the Guardians.
No, this is just all Cleveland Brown stuff. I'm sorry. Go to Hell Model, Two Proud Cities, Go to Hell Art Model.
Oh, so that was during the 90s when...
there is The Tribe is Alive and Cleveland Fans Speak. Oh boy, it's probably got a lot of Yashus on here. Let me tell you, when I go see that game down here at the stadium, man, I'm going to really freeze my dupar off there.
Probably.
Concept and tape courtesy of, interest, WHK, WMJI. Oh, cool.
A lot of Cleveland and Parma people do also sound like Chicago people.
Okay, these are
we pronounce a lot of things like the Chicago people.
Yeah, we do. There's a little some of that.
Like that long A sound, like, oh, let me get my camera. Camera.
I've heard. I know, and I picked it up from.
I'm gonna have a sandwich.
I listen to people. I totally. I hear people running about talking.
I do it too.
Yeah,
I'm very guilty of it.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I talk very Cleveland.
Yeah, I think it says Lenegid, Webster, and Levine are on here too. So interesting. All right, then those are local DJs, but
so it's like from the '90s. It's Cleveland sports.
Yeah, people do buy these weird things. We these are some weird CD that came out probably in the 1995, mid '90s. I would say. Yeah, there you go. But that's some of the stuff I bought recently. I bought a lot of stuff, but this is the more fun stuff visually.
I picked up. Well, I listed most of the things I bought yesterday. Because we went to a Savers the other day. I got these, and I think I might keep a lot of these pumpkin pails.
Yeah.
This is vintage from the 80s. And made in the USA. This is also made in the USA, but the plastic looks cheaper, so I think that might be like late 90s, early 2000s before they started making them in Mexico and China.
Right.
Then there's this little guy. I found on Instagram, I think it was Instagram, where people were making Halloween trees and they were hanging pumpkin pails off of the tree.
Oh.
And I think I might try that because I do collect some of these.
You could make a pumpkin totem out of those too, right?
Yeah, I've done that before. We stack them up.
You could put little
like a
electric
pumpkin
tea lights
totem
in there.
And put lights in there. Yeah.
That would look neat.
Yeah, these are really cute. So those I don't think I'm gonna sell for right now. You got to shop the estate sale. I worked at the estate sale on Thursday. There was an estate sale in Lakewood.
I got a bunch of cool stuff.
I was helping out a friend, and she set aside this for you, James.
I know, I love it.
Isn't that cool? Peaches, records, and tapes.
Yeah, I collect old bags. I know people laugh at that. Actually, the one friend that we went to that invites to shop her attic and all that.
Yeah.
We found a bunch of great stuff. She kind of laughed at me. I said, "Hey, I'll take that Zara bag." Zara was an old department store there. And she's like, "What do you want that for?"
We like the retro bags to the old stores that aren't around anymore.
She threw it out. She put a bunch of junk in it and threw it out. I went outside of to the tree lawn.
Yeah.
Put it in a different thing and took the bag because I really wanted that bag. It was pristine. I mean,
it was cool. So that I think this would look cool in like a record frame and hung up on, like, you could put that in a frame and hang it up.
I think I might do that.
like in a man cave or something.
Yeah, that's collectible. People like the Peaches
Yeah,
stuff.
Peaches, records, collectibles, stuff from old record stores that aren't around anymore, old advertising like that. People love.
I think Peaches opened in the 70s.
People collect them.
And there's they actually had a grand opening. There's a photo of the grand opening right here on Brook Park Road, where that intersection of
It was in that one shopping plaza.
There were a couple around, but there's some footage and actual. I think.
And then later on, it was a Coconuts, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Coconuts
they went from Peaches to Coconuts.
They changed fruit from peaches to coconuts.
But yeah, making me hungry.
I'm
but yeah,
hungry
but
too.
fond memories of Peaches, and I think they were all aware. I think they were a nationwide chain. I don't think it was just.
Oh, I thought it was just like a Cleveland-centric one.
I've seen like Joan Jett wearing a Peaches shirt.
Oh, okay, so that must have been a thing.
She also wore a WMMS shirt too, so
that's cool.
Maybe she got it all here. I don't know, but yeah, I thought Peaches popped up. I think that they were not just Cleveland, but I might be wrong.
Greg says Peaches rocked. Hey there, Greg. He remembers.
Peaches.
So yeah, some people watching us might remember those old record stores, those old department stores.
Oh my gosh.
I remember Higbee's and Woolworth.
Yeah.
I got my parakeets from Woolworth. I used to have pet parakeets.
There was a distinctive smell that those stores had. And when we went to Germany that one time, and they still had they closed unfortunately, but Woolworths was still operating in Germany.
Yeah, in 2014 when we were visiting his brother in Germany.
Downtown Karlsruhe.
It was in downtown Karlsruhe, which is like, it's like a half hour from the French border. It's like kind of.
It was much like,
east, Isn't that? No, that's west.
Don't ask me.
Anyway. Yeah, they still had a Woolworth store.
And it smelled.
And looked just like the Woolworths that used to be here.
It even had the up and down.
It even had the escalator.
Like they had 2 floors.
And the little discount bins. The only difference was everything was in German, and it was all in euros. But it was the same kind of setup. They had like housewares and like bedding and cheap T-shirts and like
but they sold
movies.
But they sold booze right at the counter.
And they
bought some kind of weird coffee drink or something. Remember that?
That is the only difference, because in Europe more stores sell a lot of booze.
Everywhere.
It's more like it's everywhere more than here.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had a little. The Woolworths in Germany had a little booze counter, like a little.
Well, it wasn't a counter. It was
not a counter, but it was like
in the case with all the other pop.
Like a little cooler thing, like a refrigerator.
It was just in a It was
right
next to the Coke and Pepsi. It was like, and then at the bottom there's some beers.
Like I never knew that Woolworth. Like it's just so cool.
They're a little more laid back.
They did end up closing a few years later.
Damn, that was
so in the UK and in Europe. There was some in there. There were even Woolworth stores in South Africa. And I think they closed recently too. But they lasted longer in like the UK, Europe, and South Africa longer than the States.
I think the Woolworths 5 and dime stores, or whatever you want to call them, they closed up in the if I'm wrong, early 90s maybe. That was the last of those. And McCrory was another one like that we didn't have here, but was just like it. I remember they had those in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yeah. And it was so weird because, but we were talking about the stores. And there are some stores around, like sometimes Mark's smells like those stores.
Yeah, Mark's sometimes has like a Woolworths vibe.
Yeah.
And that's a discount store that's native to Northeast Ohio only.
But that smell, whenever we walk into an old store that might be around here that's like that, it's like brings back memories.
Poetic Justice, what is the site to view the items? Oh, like if you wanted to shop our items?
Yeah.
The links are in the eBay, or not in the eBay. Oops. The links are in the YouTube description below.
Yeah.
Or you could go on themummyandthemonkey.com, and I believe we also have links to the eBay stores on there.
Yep.
But yeah, whatever we post will show up on the eBay stores. And what's cool is if you save us as one of your favorite sellers, like James and I each have our own eBay store, save us as your favorite sellers. That way when we put new stuff out, you can see what we added.
And we both have over 2,000 things in our stores. So we have like 4,000 things sitting around here, plus stuff we haven't listed.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right, we've been talking about eBay a lot and stores and stuff and job stuff. We're gonna change. We're gonna switch gears here, and we're gonna talk about the Mummy and the Monkey.
Okay,
our characters?
What's the first point of that?
Oh well, let's read a few comments and then we'll switch. There's a lot of comments. Connie Cleary says Woolworths was at the Great Lakes Mall and Mentor back in the day.
They were great.
Bobby says Woolworths was great for Halloween and Christmas
Halloween
shopping.
costumes.
They used to have the cheap Halloween costumes.
I'll never forget going on the
escalator. And the
escalator.
masks and everything. Downtown. And seeing all the orange pumpkin pails.
Downtown Cleveland. I remember that was the ritual. Get on. It was there in the basement. I remember the big pallet or whatever of Ben Cooper masks in the boxes. You know.
Yeah.
As I remember coming down that escalator and seeing those boxes going, ooh, what do they got new this year?
Yeah, I remember
Oh my
Woolworths
gosh.
as a little kid. I don't remember that store, but
Like I could walk around almost virtual. You know how they have the Google virtual neighborhood walk? I can do that in my head with the Woolworths that
with
was
the
downtown.
store,
Like
yeah.
I totally remember it.
And I loved one of my favorite
I
aisle
miss it.
when it wasn't Halloween time. My favorite aisle at Woolworths was the pet aisles because they had hamsters, they had the little parakeets.
Did it have a lunch counter?
And at the time, I wasn't allowed to have a dog or cat until later on. But I had parakeets.
Did they have a lunch
They
counter?
did have a lunch counter.
God, I remember that.
I remember getting like a pretzel or something.
We would, like friends when we got way to go to high school at the time.
There was one in the Richmond Mall. I remember we would take the bus to the Richmond Mall.
Yeah, the big one was
the
downtown,
RTA bus.
Downtown Cleveland, and yeah, we'd hang out after school and go get like lunch down there and everything.
And the parakeets, they lasted a while. They were sweet. Yeah, they were cute little birds.
They sold everything there.
They were sweet.
Anyway.
But I mean, a lot of people would buy parakeets.
Anything else to talk about? Oh.
Poetic Justice 149. Thank you. The one in Mentor had a lunch counter. Nice.
They all did. It was such a great...
Yeah, a lot of them had like the little lunch place. You could get a sandwich or
that's
whatever.
That's because back in the day, when these things were big, so they wanted you to stay there all day. Because when you would go downtown, it was a big thing.
It was a big deal to go downtown or to go to shopping.
People would dress up, okay?
You would wear your nice outfits to go to the mall or to go downtown.
Yeah, they would, and when you went downtown, it was a whole day experience.
You have to wear your hat, your gloves.
Everything.
You have to wear, nice clothes.
So I'm sure these stores had everything there, everything you could ever want: food, parakeets, products.
Discount,
everything. So you could spend the whole day there.
And if you're on, if you grew up like we did, maybe your parents would shop. Yeah, if you grew up poor, your mom and dad would shop the discount bins from the department stores. They'd go to the basement. They had the bargain basement places.
There's a toy they used to sell there.
Or go to Kmart and pick up cheap clothes.
I'll never find, but it's
or the thrift store.
And no one ever remembers it. It was such a cheap thing. It was one of those things that it was a cart. It was like they call them oily jigglers, but the rubber little monster toys. They used to have like 6 on a cart, I'm pretty sure, and it was just like random things. They were in a blister card, just shrink wrapped it to the card, and I think it was called Fun Pack, cardboard backer. And I used to love these things, and I would buy them and
the little like jiggle toys.
Yeah, but the way they were packed, I would love to find. I don't think anybody remember. I don't know. Anyway, I'm dreaming. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're just.
But I remember running down there and looking at see what they. And I want to get another one of these fun.
See, we could do a whole podcast called "Back in My Day," and we just talk about things that we remember when we were kids.
It's a great name for a show.
Back in My Day.
Creating S on the spot. I love it.
Maybe we could do that midweek or something. Back in My Day.
I like it. We came up with that first. Okay, horror hosting.
Horror hosting. So the Mummy and the Monkey. We have our weekly show, the Harry Scary Hangout. That's on Friday nights.
Yes.
I keep looking at the other camera that isn't set up, and I should be looking over.
I don't even know what I'm looking at.
I was looking
Look
up there. That camera isn't on. This camera, you guys. Okay. So yeah, this Friday will be episode 176 of the Harry Scary Hangout.
Wow.
We had a milestone episode Friday. We hosted episode 175.
3/4 of the way to 200.
We did have a technical error in the beginning, but we were able to save it quick.
Happens.
And,
we had one at the beginning of this too.
We did, and we were able to save it quick and keep going.
Yeah, that's it. It's not how you start; it's how you finish.
Yeah, there you go.
Everywhere.
With anything.
Anything, in or out of the bed. Just saying. When you wake up, I mean, until you go to bed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're not sure on the movie yet, guys. Last week I had the movie set up already. This week we might replay an old movie that we haven't.
But it'll be a new show.
But it will still be a new show. We're gonna host it.
Maybe get a new skit.
It might be like a movie that we haven't played.
No, but a lot. You act like everyone's seen it.
No, not everyone has seen all the
every
episodes.
So it'll be new to a lot of people. They don't care. They don't care. They just want to hang out with each other and us, and that's what it's all about.
So 176 will be this Friday, September what? What is this Friday?
16th, maybe.
Oh, I sold some more things. That's fun. Okay.
Oh, good.
Where's my calendar? I'm trying to find the calendar.
It's the 16th. I'm supposed to have paperwork in by the 16th, so
I think it is the 16th.
I think that might be a Friday.
Yeah,
Today?
Friday the 16th.
Okay. Ooh, Friday the 16th.
Friday the 16th. Woo. Yeah, we will be hosting another episode of the
Yes.
Harry Scary Hangout.
And then we got events coming up.
We have events coming up. So there's
Appearances.
3 appearances this fall. We did have 2.
3.
Yeah, we gained a 3rd appearance.
Oh, that one thing we talked about.
The pet thing,
Yeah.
the animal help thing.
Okay, yeah.
So we're going to be a part of a charity event Saturday, October 8th in the Cleveland area. I don't know the exact location yet.
We'll get information.
But it's going to be helping the Cleveland APL.
Ooh.
So this is a cause that I feel very strongly about. I love helping animals. There's so many dogs and cats that need help, that need homes. And this is a charity zombie walk event where you pay a small fee. You can participate and have fun, and it goes to a good cause. You can help the animals.
Good pause.
Good pause.
Pause for the cause.
Yes.
Yeah, it should be fun. And then Cinema Wasteland.
And Cinema Wasteland is the first weekend of October.
Yes, sorry.
So we will be there. We will be part of their film fest. And we have a new Blu-ray. Ooh, I should go get the new Blu-ray. I'm going to go get the Blu-ray.
Yeah, we didn't do this last on the show. Yeah, we got our second Blu-ray out. It is a end of summer special. And we put that together, that's it, a couple weeks ago. And we already got our first copies in. And I think we got more on the way, and they'll be for sale for the first time at our Cinema Wasteland appearance. And here's Janet with the new Blu-ray.
Ooh, okay, so here's the new Blu-ray, guys. The Mummy and the Monkeys, whoa,
Whoa.
end of summer special.
Cat-like reflex. Tilt it down.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay, the end of summer special, volume 1.
And the movie is
Bikini Monsters.
Ooh.
And we will have these for sale at Cinema Wasteland for $20.
Yep, thanks Terrence Muncie for letting us use your film, and
Yeah.
we're gonna send him a badge to sell for himself.
Yeah.
But yeah, collaborating with these indie artists are great. Love doing that.
Okay, so yeah, we're excited about that, and we're also trying to plan our Halloween special.
Mm.
So the Mummy and the Monkeys Pumpkin Spice
Sick
Halloween special
Yes.
will air Friday, October 28th.
Oh, 8th.
Yeah, October 28th.
Okay.
The Friday before
Whoa.
Halloween.
Whoa. But weren't we talking about doing something that's going to be on Halloween night? Yeah?
Oh no, we were talking about having it premiere the Friday before Halloween.
You sure?
Yeah.
You don't want something to come out on Halloween night? Like fresh?
We'll talk more about it.
Let's give people something
We're not
good.
we're not sure.
What do you think out there? Would you want to see? Because that's her birthday weekend. Her birthday
Yeah,
is on the 29th.
my birthday's the 29th.
So
We
have
Saturday
plans for
we
Saturday.
have plans.
And then Sunday we're probably gonna.
Well, Halloween
rest.
we give out candy.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
So Friday we won't be live because we're giving out candy.
So Friday night we won't be live.
Friday night we could be live.
Wait a minute. Monday night we're not going to be live Monday night.
Monday night is Halloween.
We were talking about having something scheduled to play that was new. Our Pumpkin Spice special, I think, should be different than the episodes because it's a special.
Okay.
We did it the one time, and
so you're saying we should do the Harry Scary Hangout the Friday before, and then have something queued up to play on.
Their special, our
on
actual
Halloween
night. Special. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that's what we were gonna do.
Wow. So you're really
advantageous.
Yeah.
You could do it. The thing that you had, the film, the whole the marathon thing, not marathon, but the 4 episodes. I'm gonna say what it is.
We're not gonna say what it is, but we were thinking of doing like a marathon and playing something.
Well, the 4 episodes of a show that we
playing like a spooky show.
Yeah.
Like some retro, some shorts.
Look, it'll be
we're gonna play some shorts.
It'll be easy because I'm not gonna do sound effects on them, so we just have to do the raps. I mean, we could put it together.
Yeah. I guess you're right. We could. We just have to film the segments.
And we will.
Now you're hearing us talk.
This is how we
plan things.
We got plenty of time to do this.
Yeah.
Might even be able to film some stuff at Wasteland.
Woohoo! People are saying. Connie Cleary, question: is Saturday the 14th on public domain?
No, that's a great movie.
It's a good movie, but no, it isn't.
I love that movie.
Drogger says hanging out was one of the best things about your show. Thank you. Greg says Halloween night, Browns versus Bengals, Monday Night Football.
Oh.
Oh.
It doesn't matter
Well,
because
football's
it's on YouTube.
earlier in the day.
Yeah, but it's YouTube.
And
you
on
can watch it
YouTube,
later.
you could watch it later or the next day or
Don't
whatever.
you find that a great thing? I think that.
So even if you don't catch it right when it comes out,
Look,
you can watch it, later on.
Must-see TV is dead. Okay, you could not.
Well, the Harry Scary Hangout is must-see TV.
No, I'm just saying, but the whole thing of like, well, but then people have VCRs and DVD. I mean, you have such an option now. I mean, it's always been that.
No, you have to watch us for
That'd
the
be
Harry
nice.
Scary Hangout.
But they can watch it.
No, you can watch the replay later, but
No matter when they watch it,
it's
it
more
still counts.
it's more fun. It's more gooder when it's live.
Who cares about the Cleveland Browns?
Yeah,
They're gonna lose. Okay,
they're gonna lose.
I got a prediction. I got big news for you. They're probably gonna lose. Go Browns, but
Sports ball.
And who cares? I mean, what they've been going through. Now, and we're gonna talk about Akron Comic Con.
Oh, Akron Comic Con is the third fall appearance, and that's November something. The information's on akroncomiccon.com. I don't remember the something. I don't remember the date.
Yeah, and that should be interesting.
That'll be fun. That's just a 2-day show, and it's another local show. Well, it's like an hour for us, but it's local still. And that's great for all the Akron people who may not make it up to Cleveland for Cinema Wasteland.
Right.
They could check out the Akron fun.
We had such a nice time last year there.
The
parts of it were good.
The fans were really great at Akron. We loved seeing the cosplay. The people that came up to the table to talk to us were really, really friendly. So we're happy about that.
Yeah, and I guess
yeah.
It'll be interesting. Let's say that.
If you watch the replay, you miss the great funny chat, says HG Entrails.
Well, that's the live show, yes.
Yeah.
HG Entrails.
Draugr says, I'll be going to the Akron Comic Con. Cool. So
Awesome.
I'm sure we're going to see some of you guys there. That's going to be great. Very cool.
I kind of wanted to talk about something, but I don't know if you want to talk about it.
I don't know what it's... Well, let's not...
Why not? I mean...
Well, I don't know what you're...
I want to talk about
insinuating
about a award ceremony that was recently held.
Well,
just in a very general way. Nothing. I'm not going to name.
Well, you do you. Okay. If you feel like you have to say something, say it. But watch your wording.
Of course, always.
Okay.
It's not Grimm talking. It's me.
Okay, go for it.
Well, yeah, there was an award ceremony recently for.
I'm gonna close this door. Go ahead.
Horror hosting, and in years past, we were asked to be a part of it, and for whatever reason this year we weren't. Whether we were there, as presenters, not to win anything, but as presenters, usually we were asked to present one of the awards for the nominee, for the people that were nominated and got inducted into this institution, whatever you want to call it. But even virtually, during the pandemic, or if we couldn't make it there, we'd be asked to shoot something for it, and then they would play it the introduction, for the person being inducted. But this year it was just crickets. We didn't hear anything from the place and the people that were running it or whatever. And I'm not even sure who was running it this year, if it switches hands or whatever. But it's very the reason I'm bringing this up is because it's fine. We're first and foremost, we do our show for our fans that we've gotten to build up over the years.
And we love doing our show and hosting the show.
And the thing is, though, here's the thing: is that a lot of our fans watch other stuff too. Now they're going to hear about this, and they're the ones who don't understand what's going on. No one's asked yet, like, why weren't you there, or like, why? What about Grimm and Janet? Why weren't they a part of it? Because they're going to see, they've already seen things, I'm sure, and I wonder if that crosses their mind. And just to let you know, it's not anything that we did or didn't do directly. We just, for whatever reason, when it comes to horror hosting, have been selected to not be a part of certain things for whatever reason, and we don't know why.
Well, and I would also like to...
Well, we do know why, but...
I would also like to add, too...
But you didn't want to talk about this.
Well, I'm going to add it's going to be a little generic, and I'm not going to point out names or say names.
That's not necessary.
It's unnecessary and uncalled for, because we could, if they want to, they could talk to us in private about it if they want.
We're just talking about what is, But
there's some people in the indie, entertainment industry, I guess if you want to call it that, who have vlogs or podcasts or horror
This
hosted
isn't plugged
shows.
in, by the way. Do you want me to plug it in?
Yeah,
Or no?
plug that
Okay.
in. There was some power on it, that's why I didn't plug it in.
I know, but you just don't want it to. Oh,
It's okay.
there you
It's
go.
okay. You're good. Where they're very. They start arguments with fans, and we're not about that. They have said things that would exclude other fans, like.
Oh, well, you're going. Okay.
You know, where things could, yeah. So it was
Stop
like,
with that.
it was like,
Well, we have
you
our
shouldn't
reasons. Well, I wouldn't even. I think you're doing what.
So
You
we do us,
Right.
and we do our own thing, and we are building up our YouTube channel.
It's something that, you know, again, we could we're fine. It doesn't hurt our egos.
Yeah.
We don't have any egos about this stuff. We do our show first and foremost for the fans, and because we love to do it. And if you know, if people, I just wonder what the fans think sometimes when they see things going on in the horror host community, and then we're not a part of it, or we're not, you know, for whatever reason, asked to be a part of it. And that's what it was. That's what it just blatantly was. Is that we were not included. We did not. We usually would get some sort
Here's
of.
something we
heads
were
up.
included, and I've never
Right.
seen anyone else get this.
Well, this is a
before.
whole different thing. The rondos.
We got a Ronda.
No other. It's only going to be Spenguli until Spenguli.
Yeah,
quits,
but
so,
who else has a Ronda
Yeah.
award? No one else. No one else has that because that was handmade by a fan, and it's one of a kind.
See, there you go, right there. Look at that comment. I told you. Yeah, there are people. Yeah,
Yeah.
Connie Clear. I mean, yeah, there are. I mean,
Yeah, thank you, Connie.
there are, and there. I mean, it's not worth getting into now, and it doesn't.
Yeah,
really matter.
I was curious as to. I know you feel like you want to,
because.
but at the same time, we probably should just.
But but look.
We should.
Again, we have the people that watch these programs. That's the thing. I mean, they see the whole thing. And they don't, and I'm sure that they have questions sometimes, like, why is this not part of this, and why, you know, but I feel bad for the fans when they get left out of, and they're sitting there probably going, well, what's going on, you know, and.
Well, and we've had some fans message us within the past several years saying, hey, so-and-so.
Uh-oh, where are you going now?
So-and-so posted this, so-and-so is saying that.
Okay.
And it was like stuff that you shouldn't be
Yeah,
saying or
listen,
doing
listen,
as an entertainer.
The bottom line.
or someone in the public eye, or someone that wants to have a following.
I had this premonition before I started doing this stuff, and we talked about it. I thought it was always funny. Like, what a strange thing it would be to see, because we would hear about there's some within the horror host community. Again, we're full-grown adults dress up and act like these characters they created, you know, in front of everybody. I thought we had that all in common, that there would be, but there are some stuff. There's been stuff even before we were ever involved. From the beginning.
Some characters and personalities get.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
So we heard about some, you know,
Okay.
some stuff that would be going on within. Again, I guess this happens everywhere at people's works. That, you know, in every type of industry, there's I guess, you know, there could be drama.
Oh yeah.
And I just thought it was strange. Like, but these are two grown adults that are dressing up like, you know, werewolves and vampires and Frankensteins and everything, and they're mad at each other. That's kind of weird, you know. I think it's kind of goofy.
Well, and when we started this in 2014,
Yeah.
putting videos out together, we were like naive fanboys and fangirls, just really naive about everything, and just
We're fans of the genre.
we like the same movies as you. We're all gonna play dress up and have fun, right?
Well,
you know,
this is,
and,
I could do this. I mean, it could be
yeah.
fun to do this.
So
And yeah, just like anybody that would, you know, a kid goes sees a rock concert, they go get a guitar or drum kit the next day. That, you know, they want to emulate what they saw. They love, they like and they want. Maybe one day they'll be a musician. Maybe one day we'll be real horror hosts or whatever you want to call them. I don't know. Well, and I hope that, I like to think that we are horror. I mean, I don't know. There was no academy or school for this.
you know what?
I don't know.
We're YouTubers,
Yeah.
and that's okay. We're YouTubers that host movies.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just building up the YouTube.
So HG entry. I don't know who this is, but it's again, I could see the debate. It's
Not left out with the fans, this Grandpappy. Wiki Bobby says, like, next...
he's talking about the fannies.
Oh, yeah, you need to do more with that.
Yeah. It's I haven't forgotten.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to. Okay.
Scroll down more.
Yeah. It's just right there. And so yeah. So if anyone,
Thank you guys.
if any,
Yeah, some
you're
nice
not,
comments there. Thank you.
you're not crazy. There's stuff, but but we've actually had some words with one of the people behind the scenes, and we're cool with them. It's not a problem with them. But
well, there's a lot of people we're cool with. It's just,
oh my gosh, I mean,
it's just like
yeah.
every now and then, like,
yeah,
a couple heated or like
what do you do?
a couple personalities or characters or something behind the scenes might go sideways.
You don't even say that. But yeah, so there's some weirdness, but whatever. It won't stop us from doing a show. We could do our own thing. We got a Rhonda Award, from a fan. That's the best thing we'll ever get. I love it.
I love it.
It is so awesome.
We will cherish the Rhonda forever.
Yeah, and of course we're still doing the fannies. Don't give me some. I'm gonna get in touch with everybody.
So I think instead of you mailing out trophies,
don't say that now. I got an idea.
Okay, I think you should send them something they could print out.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Like maybe you could design something cool and artsy that they could print out.
This is a discussion we should have that doesn't have.
Okay, we'll talk about it behind the scenes.
Out there now, people are gonna.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Well, you brought up that other stuff and I wasn't prepared to talk about that.
Because it had to do with the fans.
Okay.
They could see all this stuff.
Okay.
Okay, and if they had any questions, I wanted to, and I don't want to talk about all lollipops and butterflies. There's stuff that's going on that's behind the scenes.
Yeah.
This is a behind the scenes of the Mummy and the Monkey show.
That's
not a
true.
production meeting necessarily.
That's true. Okay.
So. Thank you, John Lincoln.
John Lincoln, thank you. Oh, thank you. That's really sweet.
Yeah, Dragor says, can't completely stop drama, but the way you run your community and yourselves are professional.
Thank you, Dragor.
Thank
you guys.
We're trying to be. We would like in the perfect world, we want to be everyone's friend.
But we know it doesn't. In the real world, it doesn't work that way. Not everyone's going to like you. Not everyone's gonna.
I guess it hurts more too because some of the things that are going on, we were involved with these. Okay, there you go. That shows how dedicated we were.
Yeah, they're still using that artwork.
Stuff like that, and that's fine. That's what it was done for. It was and then. Stuff went sideways.
Or in the past when we had the store and people would come into the store and show us texts where others said F the mummy and the monkey, then it's like, okay, well, we know where that person stands then.
And one more thing, since we're talking...
since we're talking this crap anyway.
I'm just going to say this. I don't know if anyone... Because I've been monitoring this. For those of you who don't know, the Big Bad Bee movie show was canceled. It did not get picked up for a third season. Laura made the announcement on another web show, and they did their last episode. It was like last weekend. Oh. And so she's doing a show on some video.
On a YouTube channel.
Another YouTube channel.
Oh, another YouTube channel.
You can look all it up if you want. I don't have to give the names out.
Yeah.
But she did make that announcement officially on one of their shows before they premiered her.
Well, TV is tricky. So we have some TV friends who
nobody knows. See, that's the thing.
Who changed their so like Creature Features was on a TV out west that turned into an all Western channel.
They got the Western they got the cowboy boot.
Yeah, they turned the channel turned to all Western programming, and then they aren't on that channel anymore. There's some other
but they do their own thing on YouTube. And they're doing very
they have an amazing YouTube channel, and they're doing very well, and we like Creature Features. We like watching them.
Yeah, so see, a lot of people didn't get that because the way they ended the show, they showed what Night of the Living Dead was the last movie.
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
They had an intro and an outro. They didn't do any skits or anything. A friend of ours gave us a copy of it. But anyway, we saw that. I watched it, and they just make this reference of going to a video store in Parma. They say that they're going to go to, but that's their way of saying this new show that she's working on another YouTube channel. It's not their YouTube. No, but at least she's doing a YouTube thing. That's the way they ended their show. They could get picked up later on, I guess. I mean, if WAB wants to put them back on.
Connie Clear says she still watches Creature Features. That's what's great. Like, you can watch them on YouTube or on Roku and stuff like that. So, even if the TV thing ends up going in a different direction, people can still do things creatively, you know, on streaming platforms.
So yeah, we were involved with the Big Baby movie show for the first year. We supplied a skit for each episode.
It was a 1-year contract,
and then
so we did
we,
that,
we
and
fulfilled, and then it was just again,
everyone moved on.
Something, all we know is that that we went for whatever reason, it just was that was it, and now it's where it is. So so and again, this is not anything that's.
It was out there on YouTube. It was announced on YouTube.
Yeah, but but the thing is that when I checked their Facebook page, no one's saying, "Oh my gosh, it's over" or anything. They just don't get that, you know, because they didn't officially say it on that show, but she did say something.
Oh, Wiki Bobby has a good comment.
Yeah.
I like what Janet said about the rewards. Instead of a plaque, because it might break in the mail, just print it out on paper and you can frame it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was gonna do.
Oh, okay.
Or does he want us to send the award?
No, I suggested that rather than sending it away.
That was always an option. I just thought it would be nice to get a physical thing. But if we're going to give more away, it might get costly.
Yeah, I think that would be easier because then what's cool is like if they print it, then it's like a piece of something you designed and they can hang it up and.
That doesn't matter either way.
Yeah,
I just don't know how many people can print things out. Anyway.
Randall says, I really enjoy your shows and enjoy both of you very much. You are tops in my book and I love living the scream. Oh, thank you, Randall. Thank you.
John Lincoln says, I even stopped watching Sven Gulli. Wow. It's funny. At 56, I feel like I am cheating on you guys. No, you're not. You can watch whatever you want.
You know, we don't mind Sven. We like Sven. And, you know, he's been around a really long time, so kudos to him.
I mean, yeah, you got to
He wins the Rondo every year.
Yeah, that's
like,
because...
You know, he's got like 100,000 followers.
You know what they need to do? They need to change it to that Faces of Horror thing that's going on now. If people could buy votes, you know, I wonder if that would change the Rondo.
So
you want to talk about that?
But
don't say the S word. You're right away going to do that. I know you.
In my opinion, I decided not to participate in another awards thing or contest thing that's going on.
Right.
Because I kind of disagree with how they're doing it.
Well,
that's my own personal opinion. Other people can be a part of it, and that's totally okay. I'm not going to say anything, you know, further than that. But
there's a
contest going on where people can buy votes.
Yeah,
people can buy votes, and in my opinion, I don't feel
they're doing that.
I don't feel that that's like a good way to do things.
But they're doing that to raise money for a charity. That's what it says.
But it's only 25% of the proceeds, according to the website.
And that they only have to donate
75% of it.
But that's how all charities work, honey.
I understand, but then as a person contributing, you can decide which charities to give to and which ones not to.
No. When a charity, then you're gonna come like the Susan Coleman.
They only donate the minimum.
I know, but
that's why I don't donate to them.
That's fine, but it's all out there. Yeah. They're not doing anything wrong. Is what I'm trying to say. I don't want to paint it like.
Well, and I'm not
just
painting
because you don't like it.
I said, in my opinion, I disagree with it.
Okay.
But other people can participate in it if they want.
So my whole thing is why don't they do that with Rondos? Why don't they have people? Then you might get a different winner now. You know, who knows?
To pay for a vote doesn't
it's weird.
In my opinion, I think it's a little weird. If you're doing the charity angle of it, then just do it as a silly fun thing for charity and not as like this serious contest or whatever.
Our Snack Master General Greg chimed in and said, what is best about you guys is the fan interaction. You make us part of the show. Hey, you know.
Thank you.
That's
thank you.
Yeah, we don't have to pay you.
We love interacting with you guys.
You come cheap. No, I've always found that. And I learned that from Howard Stern. Believe it or not, the people that that made his show funny were usually fans of the show that would come on and they'd be messed up in one way or the other, sound funny or do something. But but they totally knew they weren't getting picked on. They voluntarily would be come in and. He would exploit them, if you want to call it that, but they were all, they were all into it, and they thought it was funny. But that's what's cool about the fans. Some of these fans are talented. They're characters. They have funny things to say.
A lot of artists that send things in and all that. Yeah. So very cool.
Yeah. So we appreciate all of you guys. It's the best. Well, that's on you. I was just thinking about James. I hope
you guys win a Rondo. Oh, you know what?
I hope your caps lock gets fixed. I love you, man.
Thank you,
you're the
James.
best, James. You're so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice. I hope, look, I don't care.
You know,
awards,
we've gotten honorable mention many times.
Yeah,
and
that's
we've
great.
been on the ballot many times, which is nice.
I think that's pretty
I'm
fantastic.
happy with that. I'm not expecting to win a Rondo. Sven, Elvira, the big people, they have the larger following, so technically they're going to have more people vote for them.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense. Should I think maybe they could change categories? Maybe for like the small indie people or something? Maybe for the YouTubers, maybe. But it's not for me to decide.
No.
So I can't complain about it because I don't have any part in that.
Right.
I don't have a say so.
Right. So we're going to continue to create stuff. We're going to continue to put out new content every week when we can. That's another thing I think is unique about our show is that it's a weekly show. I mean, we're here almost every Friday night, to hang out with people. And that's fine. It works with our, it's going to be more challenging now with my new schedule, but we'll do it.
Yeah, we can still do it.
We'll do it.
Yeah. All right, gang. Well, we're probably going to wrap this up soon because we're starving.
Yeah.
And it's getting late.
I'm wasting away here. Look at me.
We actually, this ran like a half hour over.
Well, good thing we started at 5 and not 6.
Yeah, good thing.
Yeah.
Or we'd be really hungry then.
Now it's time for dinner and a movie. What do you say?
I think that sounds lovely. And then, we're going to go see my mummy tomorrow night.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to try to get a skit done this week. If we replay a movie that's already edited with the sound effects,
there's no whip crap on here.
then we might have some time to do a skit.
Hey, what's up, baby? You do look good tonight.
Oh, thank you. Whoa.
Sorry, it got me so all worked up. All right, everybody. Well, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Give yourselves a hand out there. That's right. All right. Good to hear from you.
All right. Well, good night. Good fright. Thank you guys so much. And we'll see you.
Let's eat. Yeah.
We will see you Friday.
Unpleasant dreams. That's Elvira. Cool.